Hello everybody and welcome to the free agents race here for FORL. I will be getting in the second commentator shortly, as I'll be partnered with Minded Dolphin, or just Dolphin if you want to keep it short. But of course these drivers for the new season have not been picked yet, so that is obviously why they're racing, to try and get picked. That is the ideal. And welcome, Dolphin.
Hello.
Hello. And yeah, it's going to be exciting to
Hello.
see what the drivers can do.
Yes, I personally do know the FRT Bianchi from last season of FORL when I was actually racing, and he was a very competitive racer. So hopefully he can get a seat in any of the cars. Because of course, before I moved into the commentary role, I used to be a racer for FORL, but of course, due to commitments outside of Xbox, I am no longer racing.
Indeed. Now, of course, this game has had a few glitches over the past weeks, but hopefully that won't appear for any of us today. We've got the likes of Cowpot, Dragon Pro, Vanquish, Fields, IRL, Schumacher, of course, was in GP2 last year. One of the championship contenders. You got UK Futures, and you got Like Morna, Wastel, Bianchi, Unwarrior, and then Panda. Of course, most of them already now getting ready.
Yep.
For the lap,
But of course, of course, when I was racing in FORL on the last game, I had a lot of fun in my little Pink Panther. I used to be in the Force India. I used to be a Force India driver, and oh my, already we've had a little bit of a.
Nope.
Somebody did not like the boards.
Oh, that is great signs. Of course, the two Haas drivers, for some reason, maybe they're thinking tactically, have both gone on to the soft tyres. So that is some strategic choices there from the Haas drivers.
Well, we have seen it before in other instances with in the league, when we have seen them try when they've had team orders, in a sense, where both drivers have been in the same parties and they've been giving each other tips, and of course, hopefully, and that might be the fact right now.
And I can see all the drivers starting their first flying lap here at Spain. Schumacher, surprisingly, he's actually gone to the medium tyres, so he's obviously very confident that he can get in the top 10 on those mediums.
Yes, IRL Schumacher. If I remember off the top of my head, he was in GP. I think he was in GP3 last season. So hopefully he can improve to get into the spots that they want to get in. So if you wouldn't mind,
Indeed,
me doing so, I'm going to go onto the Twitter feed itself and say the cars that are actually free, so of course our viewers actually know who they would actually be fighting for. Oh,
and Schumacher's had an off. He's gone off at turn 12, and he looks like to me he's actually hit the wall there. He's just ran wide, dipped in the gravel, and he just had front wing damage, so he's gonna have to. Oh, that might have been his strategy, completely ruin it, unless he has a free set of medium tyres, which will help him out. So it's not a great start. I suppose not really showing the scouts what they really like, I guess.
So of course these are the spots that are open for this season of Fury Online Racing League season 5, and we have got the Ferrari GP4 seats. They're both open, the Red Bull GP4 seats, they're both open as well. In GP3, in GP3 for Renault, there's only one spot for GP4 and all the others are taken. For McLaren, it is the same. In the Force India, it's also the same with only one spot available for GP4. Then for Haas, there is a GP4. There are both GP4 seats available. For Toro Rosso, both GP4. For Williams, there is a GP3 spot, and for Sauber, there are both there's a GP4 spot, a GP3 spot, and a GP2 spot. So hopefully we will be seeing some GP2 pace from some of these races today. We hope that it will be entertaining for you all to watch.
Yes, and Waisel at the moment is set the top of the times of 1 minute 17.8. Behind him, Calpop with a 1:79. Actually, looks like he's on his second run here. So will he improve as he goes across the line? Nope, he doesn't improve. So it looked like, yeah, actually no, I think he was on a cooldown lap. So I think this might actually be his second attempt here to try and grab. Well, of course, now with the addition of a new game, new Halo, they've also upped short qualifying to 18 minutes. Now I don't know, I guess it could be a good feature because they will be able to get more runs in around qualifying. Of course, that means
yes,
a lot more waiting around.
Yes, but of course on F1 2017 it was too quick. It was only, I think, wasn't it a 10 minute session?
12 minutes, yeah.
I believe it was a 12-minute session. There was a 12-minute session, and that wasn't too much. Like, it was too fast. And of course, not all of the drivers can get a decent enough lap in.
And Calpo actually coming towards the end of the third sector. He's just only a tenth on his lap, so if he gets a good run through the final chicane, he might actually be able to improve his time. Of course, he only needs to improve just over a tenth, and looks like he's back out the line. And into the pits, yeah. Trying to find some exact laps.
Well, the most important thing to remember, everybody who is watching this, we do have another free agent race tomorrow. I believe it's at 7 o'clock, like it was today, around Britain. So of course we've got it around Spain today, and we've got Britain tomorrow, and then on the 25th of September, which is for the GP1 drivers, there are other times that I can quickly go and check when they're all available. So that's for GP1. For GP2,
Monday at 7.
Yeah, Monday
this time next week. Yeah.
With the same. It's the same for GP3 and 4. Well, I think it's only GP3 now because I think the GP4 has been dropped, if I remember.
Oh, Future here about to start his second run here at Spain. He's in the new Alfa Romeo Sauber, of course, a great looking car. How will he fare into turn 1? Of course, now we've got that annoying revving glitch, which really does annoy me, must be honest. As he mounts inside curve now, going through turn 3. You've got to be so brave to keep it flat through, just really on the limit of the car. Of course, don't want to run too wide because it will invalidate your lap. Now dropping into turn 4. Heavy braking zone, and then we're going into the more even trickier turn 5 where it's really tricky and you might actually be able to lock the inside brake. Of course, that's really not going to help your time or tyres in fact. He goes through the middle part of the sector now, dropping in and then going up the hill, and we'll be approaching turn 9 and then into the second DRS activation zone as he whacks the DRS open, hurtling down nearly at 190, 180 miles per hour as he drops down into second gear. As this is really bad camera. There we go. Oh, over the curb, and he's actually dipped in on the grass there, and that has completely ruined his up. But I think he'll carry on unless his time was already down. He's drops through the final chicane here. Keeping it nice and neat. Will he back up that? Because of course he did go off the track, and I can't quite tell. Yep. No, he's actually staying on the lap here. Round the final corner, opening up DRS. Has he improved enough to get him up for the farther grid? And no, he does not. So not a very good lap for the futures.
I think he would have got a good lap time, but because that was his second lap, because it was when he went over the line, when he went over the track limits, it invalidated his lap time.
Yeah, good point, good point.
It did, so of course because of that, that was invalidated, so that would have made him go quicker. It would have made him, yeah, it would have made him go quicker, but he would not have moved any positions. He would have just updated his lap time as a whole.
Not goes up to P6. I was just watching there because he was on a pretty good lap, but he's got himself up to P6 then. So great lap from him on the soft tyres as well. So even better strategy wise. He's just got to take it nice and easy on this lap to really just save the tyres, as they'll most likely be his race tyres unless you can find a bit more time on those softs, but you never know. SQ James has just joined this session, so
and
we'll be getting ready for the race.
Yeah, he just span it, so I'm thinking he is going to, he might retire. Nope. Is he going to continue? Yeah, he's going to continue.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah. I have to say, the heat haze on this game has made it look even more realistic now.
Yeah.
I think it's a massive, really big feature.
There's a side where it's realistic, and then there's just a part where it's just undrivable. So of course the drivers have to bear that in mind going into today's race. They don't really want to light the tyres up too much because it will completely throw it off their car balance, and it'll be, well, really hard to control. Let's put it that way. And is Mir on the second run? Nope, he's diving into pits, and so he's decided, you know what, that might be enough. Let's see what else we can find. We've got Dragon Pro, I'm going to presume, on the lap here. He's got a Haas driver right behind him, so Dragon's actually on the soft tyres, and he's had a bit of a lock up into turn 5. Now, I don't know what the Haas driver's going to do here, because technically they're both on a fast lap here, so Dragon seems to have the better pace over him, but you never know what's about to happen here.
Yes, that Haas driver is on Warrior 284. That's who that Haas driver is.
Yeah. So technically they do have similar pace here, but looks like they're really not going to affect each other. Although he might have had a bit of dirty air from the Ferrari's gearbox, but Dragon gets a big lock up into the final chicane. That's going to cost him his extra speed. Round the final corner, using a bit of the track exit, opening up DRS. Has he improved? He's got up to P2.
Yes.
On the soft tyres. A great lap from him there. And now on top, on Warrior 2 actually improved in his lap as well, which bumped him up to P4.
Yeah.
Who else is on the lap? Looks like it's just these three. P2, P3 and P4. There might be someone else. Yeah. P10 Futures. Now I didn't see what actually happened to Fields, so I don't know if he just manually retired or actually crashed. Because of course, with this new spectator mode, you can't, for some reason, I don't know why they've done this, you can't spectate them as soon as they've had the incident, so it's really just pot luck if you can find what's actually going to be happening.
It was terminal damage for J Field.
So he has crashed down, and Bianchi's left the session there, so he might be coming back. Who knows? We'll try and get him back in.
Of course, that would be Dragon Pro is the host, so I believe he would need to do it.
Yeah.
If Yankee does have any hope of getting back in.
Now, I'm going to presume most drivers will actually be coming to the pits now, because there's only 5 minutes left, and really they want the maximum of the track elevation, so I presume most of them will go diving into the pits. So they're going to press set of tyres, and that's Dragon. That's a bit of an awkward entry there to the pit.
He's coming out now, and he was on 2 laps. His tyres are 2 laps old.
I have it off in sector 3 somewhere. Okay, no we don't. It's cleared all up now. Might have just been someone going slowly.
Yeah.
I think Cowpot's not on the run. I was about to say, if he's on the run, it's a really slow run. And yep, confirmed there, Bianchi is in the lobby again. And we got someone else off. Who is that? They aren't really making it out of this. Oh, our pole sitter, provisional pole at the moment, Wastel's on the lap here. So he takes a lot of the grass there through turn 4, and now be entering turn 5 again. Hard on the brakes here, a bit of a lock-up potentially. No, he keeps it nice intact, using all the track limit to his advantage there. As we will now drop down into the middle sector here. Down into the left and then into the right. Of course, do not want to run out too wide, as you'll completely get some gravel on your tyres, and that was not what you want. As in the opens DRS, as he heads down to the tricky turn 10 braking, of course. It's a really low speed exit. You got to manage that traction really nicely on the exit, which he does brilliantly there. Not over the really annoying curb, and then into turn 12. We're now entering turn 13. Hopefully he can get this corner absolutely spot on. He hits the inside curb, not using the track limit. Always ran a bit wide there on the exit curb, as one of the Saubers going out the way for him quite nicely. And comes round the final corner. He's going to improve with my corrections. And he does improve a 1:17.60. Great lap from him there. Puts him again onto provisional pole.
With 3 minutes left, do you think he can stay on pole?
I mean, at the moment, it looks if he can get into the pits, which I doubt he's going to have enough time to, he just might be able to pull this one off. But it depends if Dragon and Cowpot and maybe even Warrior 2 can get an even faster lap in to maybe even top the times here. Oh, and Vanish has crashed. He's crashed at turn 12. I just caught that. He's I think he's just, he might have hit that really annoying curve through turn 11, and then it's just because of course when you hit that curve it just sends your car off, and he's gone to the gravel and hit the tyre wall sideways. And from looking at his rear tyres, they look pretty worn anyway. So that to me looks like the end of his qualifying session. He'll be diving into the pits. There you go. He does have a bit of front wing damage in his car, so that's not going to help him out at all there. Panda's just started a lap. Saturn P9. So a pretty average qualifying lap from him so far. Of course, the likes of...
Sorry about that. It's another FORL driver from the last season who's also fighting for a spot. Well, he was somebody that a lot of people was saying he would be an underdog for last season, but of course he did prove himself to the max, and hopefully he can get himself a seat in this for this season.
Indeed, and it looks like Warrior 2 is actually just started his lap pace. Saturn P4. As he now approaches the tricky turn 4. Just gonna don't really want to run out too wide here, because it will destroy your tyres and your run on the exit. Now into turn 5 again. There you go. Tricky braking on you, as it just proven there with his inside front left tyre locking up. Now we're going into turn 7, turn 8. He's actually really avoiding all of the curves there, so a bit maybe just trying to avoid the curves, trying to save his race tyres. That might be a tactic here, but he's got just enough here, I presume, so to really go for the end of this lap. Going pretty slowly into turn 10. It'll be now approaching turn 11, of course. Don't want to mount that curve too hard, as Vanquish really demonstrated it there for us. Now it drops down into turn 13 and 15. No, yeah, there you go. Now, here we go. He's around the final corner. His teammate's in the way there, so hopefully he'll get out of the way for him. This might be a bit of an awkward one. Opens up DRS and across the line, and he didn't improve. No, yes, he did improve, but only just. And now they're going side by side here, the two teammates. I don't know what they're doing here. Really, they should have. One of them, and Panda there is oh, and that is, who is that off? That's Futures. So Futures has gone off at turn, where is that? That's turn 2. And he's at
and Panda has retired.
Yeah, it looks like Panda's had enough. Futures crashed. Warrior 2, I think this lap might be compromised. Yeah, he's got 8 tenths loss, so it's like me improving this lap. Yeah, who can we watch? Let's watch Dragon Pro. He's on a lap at the moment. The Waysort, of course, has provisional pole. What can Dragon Pro get? It's a bit of a tank step out of turn 12. Now into 14 and 15. Of course, so he's locked up on the inside left. That's going to ruin his momentum, as he now goes round the final corner. Cowpot sets the 175, so great lap from him. As Dragon open up DRS. Will he have enough? He does go pole.
And Dragon gets pole.
With a 175, so unbelievable pace there. And the top 3 covered by just nearly under 2/10. So it's a great work from those three. Really showing the managers of the teams what to expect. And there you go. Dragon Pro is your pole sitter here. The 1 minute 17.5. Calpot, Satin Pito, so Ferrari double lockout. We're also with a 117.5. And Wastel with a 117.6. So there you go. The top three covered by just under 2/10. You got Bianchi Satin P4 with a 1 minute 18.4. Unwarrior 2, 19 flat. Vanquish Satin P9, sorry, yeah, so more knots in P8. Vanquish and P9 over 119 flat. Panda over 119 flat also. And Field in P11, and SQ James, because he did not get qualifying underway, he'll be starting from P12 at the back of the grid. Now, I presume we have formation lap on, but correct me if I'm wrong. I presume we do.
Well, we normally do have in FORL.
Yeah, formation lap.
Yeah, because we was racing, we always had formation lap on, and it's funny when whenever we have somebody new hosting the lobbies and they forget to add the important features like the safety car being on or off, the formation lap,
yeah,
etc, etc.
Well,
what somebody can do to mess up.
We now just wait for the drivers to say, hey, do you know what, I'm ready and I'm ready to go racing.
Yeah, the most stressful time for an esports driver, as just had qualifying, but this is a time for them to see exactly how the track layout will be for them and how they can do on this beautiful day here in Catalonia.
Well, it's time for the race rundown. So, Dragon Pro, with a blistering lap, got the maximum out of his car, is sat on P1 with his teammate, Calpot, in P2. In P3, who thought he had the pole safe, is Wastel. And sat in P4 is the two Alfa Romeos in P4 and P5. Oh no, it's not, sorry. Bianchi's in P4, and Warrior 2 in P5. And Future's in P6. So Future's then overtaking under formation lap. As a risky overtake, to be honest with you. I.O. Schumacher sat in P7. Mornot in P8. Vanquish in P9. Hopefully you won't be doing any more of those bouncing of the curves. P10 you got Panda, and that is a forced injury hitting the back of someone. I don't know who that was. I think that was SQ James. And they're all disqualified. And so is Future, so that is not the best way to do a formation lap. So of course that bring their reputation down, shall we say. So here they go.
Yes, but of course, the thing is that with J-Field, James are friends. They are, so that's the interesting part of all of this.
Of course, I didn't even notice Jake actually. So Jake's a newcomer, starting at the very back.
He
of the
joined.
grid.
Hang on, I believe Jake. I believe he was.
Oh, sorry, driver. Here we
season.
go. 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. Can't quite tell, but I think who's that? Because someone might have stalled in the midfield. There's a bit of front with damage, but the two Ferraris getting an absolute blistering start. Calpot in the slipstream. What did he put the right side? He's putting the right side. Oh, and he might have actually hit Wastel there. And look at that. Who's that coming? That's Bianchi. So Bianchi's got a great sign. He's up to pick this contact. Calpot and Bianchi around. That has not helped them out, and that's like Ferrari's going to fall down in the clutches of P8, and it's going to be swamped. Oh my god, some more contact down
there's
the
bit,
back.
and yes, that's Jake and J-Field.
Futures is under pressure from Warrior 2.
Oh no. I actually don't think these two were supposed to be in the session. Let me go and check. Because of course we've got all of the free agents.
But anyway, Futures is now, and that's the thought, SQ James on the grass somehow. Oh, and the Haas has lagged, and he's still behind him. So Futures are actually under pressure there from Unwarrior 2, but Dragon Pro keeping his first place, Wasteful Sam Peter, so he's managed to gain a position off the start. Looks like Mornit somehow has got up to P5, so great start from him. Calport, of course. Now he's got a bit of front wing damage, his front left end plates. He's going to have to bear that in mind as Futures gets a really bad run out the final corner. He might be swamped here for an Unwarrior toe. Yes, it's going to be in the slipstream. Futures on the inside, Unwarrior on the outside. They go side by side into turn 1. Come on, camera, there we go. And it looks like Futures is just going to hold on to the position, so the Haas driver will have to wait a few more corners. He's actually going to try and go around the outside through turn 3. That is a bold move if he gets this one off. I think that's a legal overtake, I'm right in saying. I think he's trying to let him buy it. No, they're going side by side though. Futures has been a bit of a squeeze off the track there, but somehow Unwarrior 2 has got an absolutely incredible move around the outside through turn 3. Now he's going to have to deal with Futures all over the back of him now. We do have about a further down the field between, well, there we go. SQ James is right behind Mornit and Calpot. And here comes Calpot. Round, oh, there you go. That is just a showing how that front wing damage is really affecting him. SQ James might go for the move here on Calpot. He's looking. He's not quite ready yet for the overtake, but he's thinking about it. Oh, and Calpot gives Toro driver a nudge through turn 11. The exit turn there. Someone's just got penalty. I think that was J Field there. They now approach the tricky complex of the final chicane. And Calpot's going to have a great run. And the Toros is going to be in the slipstream. Of course, not going to have DRS yet. He's going to be waiting and waiting. He's now going to pull to the right hand side as they go side by side down into turn 1. Calpot on the inside, Mornit on the outside, but Mornit has gone clean round the outside. He's defended. What a defensive move. But now Calpot's going to have the switchback potentially, but of course that front wing damage is not helping him at all. Alpha, who is that going to? That's Futures going slowly. And now they're almost going 3 abreast here into turn 4 as they all just slide their way around the corner. Mornit's got a bit of grass there. Now Calport might be trying to make the move here for P4. He's going to try it. Just can't quite get the move done there. And we got over one of the AG Panda and Schumacher have an absolute ding-dong battle themselves there. And that is Futures off. So Futures made a mistake there. That's turn 8 and between turn 8. Oh, it looks like he spun there. He don't roll back on the track like that. That is dangerous if you do that. But I think Futures he's just cooked his tyres. That was what we were mentioning about in qualifying, and that really just showing.
That might be the end of his race at this moment in time. Vanquish Isla, where it starts to come into play. IRL Schumacher, he got a penalty. I don't know why. I think that was because he crossed the white line.
Yep, that's compilation out.
He spun again. His weekend must be going from bad to worse in this race weekend. Hopefully this would not affect him. I think the pressure for impressing all of the team managers got to him because, of course, he I've never actually seen him race. I've never seen a lot of these people race. So of course I don't know their tendencies. So of course with most of the races I do know their tendencies. Like with Dragon Pro, I know that he can deliver late in the session. James, I know that he can. Schumacher, he can. AJC Panda, J Field and Bianchi, I know all of them can do well, but Vanquish, all the rest, I've no idea how they will fare.
I mean, you're on about SQ James. He's done brilliant.
A meeting for them.
From P12, he's gone up to P5. That's a 7 position gain. That is great work from him. And Dragon Pro's into the pits. Dragon Pro has decided he's pitting now. What tyres will he be going on to? I'm going to presume... Yeah, he's going for soft tyres then. So presume he's doing the 2-stop. Oh, and we got McLaren off. That's J Field in the background. He's hit the tyre wheel. I don't think he's got damage, but that is not helped him out at all.
He does have damage.
He does? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's not going to help him out at all. Now that gives Wastel the lead of the race, so he might actually retaliate to Dragon Pro pitting and probably end up pitting this lap. Also, now you got this absolute immense squabble here for P3. As I say that, Ski James made a bit of a lock up there. Might have been a bit of a love tap from from behind. And you got Ira Schumacher behind these three. So how would he fare on overtaking? Of course, Schumacher, last time out in Season 4, a GP2 contender champion, has got a great view here of Morna and Schumacher behind. Well, it's really on the brakes compared to SQ James at turn 10. So he's just showing that Morna, if he gets right behind him, he might be able to make a move into turn 10. Looks like to me where he's a bit weaker than him. Of course, you've got Calbot in front of these three here. With that front damage, you can see that SQ James going really close to the back end, and SQ James is going to the pit stop, and so is Wastel and Untow. So that will give the lead to SQ James. I'll leave Mornat and Ira Schumacher now. Those two can absolutely squabble it out for P1 then, or not actual P1, the provisional P1 at the moment. This will be interesting because where will Dragon Pro? Yeah, the undercut then. Working absolutely brilliantly to Dragon Pro's advantage, because Wastel then, he's just left the pits now. So that is great from him.
Be the top 5 that should be impressing, well, the top 6 I would say. They are the ones that are very, very impressive at the moment. Well, I think if Bianchi was still in the race, he would have been contending for this, because for this race lead. And Dragon Pro, he's dropped down 5 places. He has, from P1 to P6. If he can get back into this race and try and win, that would be the most impressive thing so far that we would have actually seen.
Oh, SQ James ran well at the final corner. To interrupt, but here comes more side by side across the line. We'll have a great view on board from Schumacher, but Schumacher said might have been shot. So SQ James might, if Schumacher can get the move done into someone, no, he doesn't. I was about to say he could lose out to both of them, but Morna then into the lead of the race so far, and SQ James and Schumacher side by side through turn 3. Will he be able to make the move done now into going down into turn 4? So going up into turn 4, as they'll now be going down into turn 5. Will Schumacher be able to make the move here into turn 5? He's going to look for it. SQ James just had a bit of a lock up, bit of a late move, but nothing really much he can do there. He might have to wait now until we go down the long straight into turn 10. Of course, this is where SQ James is a bit weaker than everybody else on the part of the track, so this might be able to play out into Schumacher's hand. Of course, SQ James running a bit wide there. Won't be able to make a move. Looks like he's just a bit far too back at this direct time. Of course, we can't forget about Jake, who's right behind them. It's only 2 seconds off the pace from those two, so watch out for him in this race. When are these three, though, going to make their first pit stop of the day? That is the question. But again, I say that, they're all on soft tyres, so really it looks like they'll be going long into this, and I say that, SQ James had a ran wide there at, well, that's turn 15, and now go down the straight. Now Schumacher does have DRS now, and SQ James doesn't, so this might actually play out to his hands. He is gaining quite heavily. Maybe about to make the lunge into, he's going to go for us really late on the brakes. He's gone for it. Side by side, they can now go through turn 3. Mike Dolphin has left the session. That is our other commentator, so I'll try and get him back in. I don't know what's happened there. As soon as I can, I will let you know. SQ James all over the Schumacher now. Bear with me, I need to try and get him back in. So I don't know what's exactly happened there. Let me just send an invite. There we go. Alright. SQ James. Oh, we got Yellow Fang set to 1. Who is that? Oh, that is J Field. So he's made a mistake and now he's lost his entire front wing. So his weekend going from bad to worse. And Ira Schumacher's got past SQ James. So yeah, he did that in turn 3. It's gonna be very interesting now, because when are these three gonna emerge in the pack? Now, I don't know if it actually does, the telemetry allows you to show you that. So I don't think it actually does. No, it doesn't. So that's great. But what can SQ James do about, he's got, I'll say that, look at Schumacher's ERS compared to SQ James. That is massively different. So I presume he's on a hotter ERS, and that, so I've got some changes down the field. I think that might be, yeah, Jake has gone off. So I was talking about him, and that is not gone to plan for him, shall we say. So the field then just starting to spread out. Just starting to take it nice and easy. You got Warner out in the lead so far. Great job from him. You've got Schumacher, Sam Peter, of course, these two haven't pitted yet, so well, as soon as they repair, it'll be interesting to see where they emerge in the field. We've got SQ James sat there in P3. Dragon Pro, of course, the first of the stoppers. So he'll be waiting, just wait. Honestly, right now, his job is just to drive how he's been driving the rest of the for Fudge. I'm really sorry about that. But he's what am I trying to say? Okay, yeah, just right. So yeah, he's been waiting to see these three pitting. I should say that he's caught up quite a bit to SQ James, and that would be should be interesting to watch. There you go, Dragon Pro, just only 1.4 seconds off SQ James now. Of course, he's not actually pitted, so we are going to be waiting this. We might actually see a bit of a... Will SQ James just let him by, or not? That is the key question here, because... Sorry, I don't know why I'm coughing. Of course, Dragon Pro is the faster out of the two, so will SQ James just let him by, because of course they're on different stretches, but then again, they're not teammates, so that could be the key to success here. Might actually make him. He's going to go for it already in down in turn 4. That's a great move. He can pull this one off the bag. And looks like, yeah, so a great move there from Dragon Pro. SQ James go for another move on him. No, he's had a bit of a lock-up round wide there, so that's not going to help him out at all there. So SQ James getting the job done. Nice, no, sorry, Dragon Pro getting the job done. Nice and early. Didn't want to hesitate wasting behind him at all. And that's a beautiful move. I can't really knock that move at all. Got the job done cleanly, fairly, without contact. Already the best sort of overtakes you can do. As they break down now into second gear. No, staying in third gear, so trying to get that maximum ERS. And we've got yellow flag, sector 1. Who is that? That is that's Futures, I think. Yeah, you can see here that Futures. This is what I mean by the Titan. This is when they're just not really worth it, because he's getting oversteer around a corner where you don't really get oversteer. And it just becomes, well, it doesn't become fun, and it's, and we've got more into the pit, so it's trying to interrupt himself there, but he's going into the pit zone, he's going to go into another set of soft tyres, so, interesting. If that was me, I would have gone on the mediums, because you could probably take it to the end. If you push really on the tyres, saving the tyres, yeah, could have actually, is that a downside to his strategy? Maybe he needs to work on his strategy. Of, his pace-wise is decent. Just maybe his strategy needs to be upped, I guess, then. Now, we do have Panda, then. It's all right behind him. Of course, these two guys, if I just go on details, I can actually see for myself. Yeah. So, Panda's on 4 laps of old softs compared to Mornet's 0 laps of soft tyres. So, that's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Now, if Mornet's just pitted, I presume so, Schumacher and SQ James will be pitting very soon. And if they don't, I should be surprised. Because, yeah, I don't really want that to happen, and, yeah. Really bizarre if, oh, well, is Schumacher going to pit this lap here? Oh, he's staying out another lap. What about SQ James? Is he going to be going into the pits? Here he comes around the final corner. Yes, he's diving into the pits, so, as I predicted, he's going to be going into the pits. What tyres will he be going on here? That is the question. Is getting the pit limiter on, and yeah. He goes. He's going on to the medium. So as I predicted, you can effectively do. You can effectively just do the one stop. So there you go. Is that Mornit's downside? Of course, Mornit with an absolute weldy of an undercut. So it really just showed the undercut is quite powerful here at Katakunya Circuit. Now I don't know what's happened to Dolphin, so apologies about that. Might have just lagged out the session, so hopefully we're getting back towards the end of the race. But at this direct time, we've now got SQ James just settling into rhythm around this track, getting nice and cozy on those medium tyres. Because of course they're not the world's fastest tyres, but they will be relatively durable. Shall we use that word? There we go. I'm going to use that word. J Phil just got past Futures there for P11, so good job by him. And we got, see there, Unwarrior 2 is caught up to Wastel here. Now, I think they're on the same sort of set tyre. And not so Wastel, sorry. I didn't even spot Wastel on the mediums. And we got Arrow Schumacher in the pits. What tyre is he going to be going on to? I presume mediums, if he's doing it correctly. There you go. He'll be going on the set of, no, he's going on softs. Not see that one coming. What about Unwarrior 2? He's now got a task of catching down Wastel in the Toro Rosso Honda. Yeah. I mean, don't worry, my language is great, okay? Right, you just need to respect it. And Warrior 2 is half a second behind him. He will have a DRS before he gets to turn 10, of course. Turn 10 is the heavy braking traction zone, so really a very good overtaking opportunity. Bit of a slide there from the Haas driver as they now go through turn 9. Really tricky. Mario 2 really going to the track limits as he always goes in the gravel there. Braking nice and hard. And Vanquish gets himself a 3-second time penalty. We got yellow flags up for it. Who is that? I can't. Futures. Yeah, it's Futures. This is why I want to respect other people who've actually retired, because it just gets annoying. And there you go. So looks like he just manually retired. So disappointing of him. Of course, this is the race. He had to show the scouts what they were worth, and yeah, he's not very happy. And I can understand his pain. Of course, those tyre temps glitches are very annoying. Let's put it that way. Mario 2 too far back to make the move happen this lap. And we're nearly halfway done with this race. And it's every lap, probably at this point, it's been full of action. Runs a bit wide there. Don't want to be doing that. That would really won't help you at all, if I'm honest with you. But he's definitely a lot closer this time round. Bit too far back, I would say, to make the move so far. So if he's got a brain, he'll wait until turn 10 for making his move happen. So he approaches turn 7, and now into turn 8. Torosso getting a little bit wide there. Through the fast right-hander. Again, really using the maximum track ability. I think it's a bit too far back at the moment for the overtake to happen. Double lock up there, not going to help your tyres, mate. Don't want to be doing that one. Now, of course, we have left damage on reduced because this race today it's not really about the crashing, if I'm honest with you. It's more about the racing and the overtaking, which we've seen plenty of, if I'm honest with you. So he goes around the final corner. He, of course, is now going to have DRS. Torosso then to the inside to protect that inside line. Of course, DRS is very powerful. He's actually lost a bit of time here on this lap, so really not going to help him out there. And J Field gets another 3-second time penalty, so that's not going to help him out there. It's a fast corner, turn 3. You've got to be so brave to keep it flat, especially on these worn tyres. I mean, I don't even know if it's possible for these drivers out there. Of course, in real life, you have the physical demand of Formula 1. But on the sim, really what you got is just the mental challenge. Keeping yourself focused for these torrid 33 laps. Of course, some of them more entertaining than others, and as we've seen from modern day F1, races can get very boring if it's just spread out, which at the moment we haven't really seen too much of that. But as soon as this battle is done with, I presume it's probably going to end up being a race on that's not really fun times for the drivers like Dragon Pro, Wastel, just sat there comfortably, sat in P1 and P2. But Wario Toe is up. Definitely, I would say closer this lap than last time out around down the straight. But of course, we can't really confirm that as it goes round the final corner. It's going to have DRS once again. Yeah, he's definitely closer this time round. I think Race is running a lower setup because he's definitely got the straight line speed advantage over him if he wasn't fitting the DRS. Yeah, it looks like to me Morito is struggling on his tyres a bit. Of course, this is where you can see there you go, really struggling on those tyres. This is the sort of time where the tyre degradation and where it will become like the mediums are faster than the softs. Now we do have a back mark out of them of the name of J Field, so this might cause a bit of a stir here if he gets in the way. And I don't think it'll be a very good stir, if I'm honest with you. I think it'll be a very bad stir. I'm sorry, but who designs that McLaren? Because it is just so ugly. I don't know why I brought that up, but just honestly. Oh dear, but I'm right, so then staying behind again. Looks like he might, if he's got a Brown here, which I think he does. Most people's got one. He might. Oh no! Was there contact? There was contact. So Waste's actually hit the McLaren there. I was about to say this might cause a bit of interesting dilemma if he gets in the way, but it looks like that's just happened, and that might actually help out the Haas driver here. And the McLaren runs a bit wide there. You can see he's having almost to lift through the final corner. Already showing how much he's really put on Dragon Pro into the pits. Tyres, mediums. He's going to the end, confirmed. Amoto's rule of switching. Gotta go back to this battle because starting to heat up. You can see there. Torres on the inside, Haas on the outside. He might try to switch back here. Of course, those tyres are dead for both of them, so he's going to just try and hang on. He's had a great momentum. Now into turn 4. Torres on the inside, Amoto on the outside. Probably won't be able to make you move around there. So, he's going to try it. Just can't get the move done. He's now going to try into turn 5. And he thought about it. You can see that he thought about it, but not able to make the move done there. Now we wait for Wastel to pit because yeah, he'll be. No, hang on. Am I missing there? He was in P2. Right. Let me just check the stops because I swear. Oh, that is the McLaren going wide. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. So Wastel was actually in P2. And after a Tortoise has joined the lobby, I don't know why he's done that. Anyway, into turn 12. They'll now be approaching turn 13. How can he do? Through the tricky complex of these corners. Already pushes the driver's limits. Of course, you don't want to mount the curbs too much because there you go. MR2 into the pit stop. I presume. Double lock up as he enters. Really on the limit there. I presume he's going on to, well, yeah, I'm presuming he comes to mediums, otherwise, oh, and Calpots followed him into the pits there, so the two cars both in the pit, yeah, he's going to the mediums. What about Morito? Yep, so they're both going into the mediums then. So, both going to one side. I didn't actually see that, these two are actually pretty close to each other. Where are they going to merge? Esky James is just actually going to come out ahead of him there. So now, I think, if I'm right, Esky James is on, yeah, he's on medium tyres, so this will be an interesting combo if he can get past here. Of course, 6-lap older tyres versus 0 laps old tyres. A big difference in pace-wise, plus their drivability. Not saying any of these two are bad drivers, I'm just saying. Probably know what I'm trying to say. But I'm just handing my mouth saying it. And yeah. So we got a battle for P3 and a battle for P5 in our cars right now. We've got Dragon Pro, the one who at the moment has been leading the race comfortably. Of course, when he said make his pit stop, he's had to try and get past a couple of drivers, but at the moment he's done a decent job out in the lead. Now he's got attempt to get past Schumacher in the closing stages. I think most is going to pick the stat because. No, he's not. I was about to say he's done 13 laps. Now doing 14 laps. So he's risking it for a biscuit, as the old saying. When Dragon Pro sets the fast lap of the race at 1:20.6. Great lap for him there. So really showing that he does have the pace around here. And if any scouts there watching the stream, I'll highly recommend getting him a seat because it does show what this man is capable of. And of course, this is it's the race where you want to shine, right? You don't want to shine around this race because, well, it's just not ideal, if I'm honest with you. Oh, I just got a message now. I'm going to check who that was. But I'll leave the video up for you. Don't want to do that. Dragon Pro all over the back. Schumacher all over the back now. He's got under pressure from Dragon Pro. Dragon Pro's on the inside. A bit of a lock up on the inside, but he's got the job done. Nice and easy. Beautiful work. Yeah, confirmation for J Field. He's just lagged out. I've got another message, but he's going for another lap. So crazy scenes here. At the Catacombs, okay, he's almost. If you guys can remember back down to FORL Season 4, the Abu Dhabi race, which is the finale for GP2. He managed to take up the Ultrasofts 13 laps, and it's a bit of a replica here with a Wastel. He's doing 14 laps. He might even go. I mean, I would be surprised if he goes for another lap here, but who knows? I mean, who knows what's in this driver's brain right now? I mean, it could be anything. Now, we got our Schumacher still actually surprisingly keeping up with Jack and Porras, so he's doing wonders at the moment. Now, of course, if you guys aren't already, make sure you subscribe to the FORL YouTube channel if you're watching it over there. Or, if you're watching it over on my Twitch, make sure you give me a follow. Yeah, helps me out. Of course it does. Yeah, so make sure you guys go and follow both of those channels before you watch any more of the stream. Otherwise, it could be catastrophic for you. Schumacher getting a bit of a bad X there. That's more not, sorry, into the pits. Looks like one of the Haas is going into pits as well. I don't know who that is. That might be S. No, who is that? So J Field is pitted, even though he's not racing. But here he comes. Where is he going to merge? I'm going to presume P6. Where is Campbell? Oh, this might actually be quite close here. They're going to go side by side out of the pit, and Morot side by side. Copart might have to go right off the track. No, he's staying on the track side by side through turn 3. Copart is on older tyres, but his tyres are already up to temperature. This might actually help him out here. They'll go side by side into turn 4. Copart on the inside, Morot on the outside. Job done. Nice and easy as you like. Copart then into P6. Will Morot have anything to say about it? Doesn't look like he will because his tyres are just not up to temperature. That is the problem with these tyre temperatures. You've already got to treat them as realistic as you can because they're not temperature. You've got no hope. Really, to be honest with you, you've just got no hope. You've got Wastel out here. Finally, he's pitting. I mean, I was about to question when he was going to pit. I mean, he got Mornot as he's gone off there. I'll go on Vanquish, you can see it, but more Wastel's been going into pits. What tyres will he be going on to? You know, I'll wait to see what's actually happened to Morot. I think he's lost it on the exit of his cold tyres. There you go. Yeah. I think he's just lost it on his cold tyres, and that, well, it's the end of that. Wastel then on the soft tyres, going to merge near to SQ James. SQ James going to get the advantage over him. I'm not going to have pressure from behind from Morito. Now, we've already seen what can happen on cold tyres, so if his teammates are already informed about it, Wastel's going to have to bear this in mind and just be a little bit more careful than Morot was. Let me put it that way. Now we have a three-way scrap here for P3. SQ James getting a bit of grass on his tyres. But I think SQ James is yet to pit still. So I eliminated. Wastel's got a track exceeding penalty there. It's a 3-second time penalty. Not great from his standard. So go fast through turn 9. Now opening up DRS a bit. He ran a bit wide there. Will he go for the move into turn 10? No. Oh, he's going for it. That's a really late lunge. No, that might have even been a bit too late there. Oh, goes side-by-side. It's going to really mount the inside curve. They're still going side-by-side somehow. Now, they're still going... How on earth are they still going side-by-side? And what they try and just snap them off there. Using all the track exits they can. They're still going side-by-side. And look at that. And Moria 2 might even try and get himself involved here. We're going to have a great view from the Haas driver here. SQ James. Leaving in the rain. But look at that. He's just going to get swallowed up down the straight. It's 3. Oh, there's contact. No, that's gone horribly wrong for Wastel. I think SQ James might have caught him down the straight. That has gone so no. So a double disaster for the Toro Rosso drivers. I think what's happened there is SQ James actually just caught Wastel going down the straight. And that has gone horribly wrong for Wastel. That is, he's got a penalty for corner cutting. I don't really think that's going to help his mood out, if I'm honest with you. So there you go. Confirmation. Wastel is not out of the race, but is not going to. I can't tell who's to blame there, but amazingly, Warrior 2 has got himself into P3. So great work. He's just taken it to advantage and got into P3. So great work from him. And Schumacher has still not pitted. I mean, he's almost turning into Wastel here right now. Now, whose fault was that? Let me know in the comments whose fault you really think that was. Was it SQ James? Or was it Wastel? Who knows? That is the question here. So it looks like Schumacher, he's keeping up pace of Dragon Pro, so he's doing great work here. I've bought us about 50 times now. Oh, and there you go, Wastel decided, we've got a virtual safety car. Because Wastel's left position, so I really do hope they've fixed the safety car glitch. Because if so, this is good news for people like Schumacher actually. Because now he can extend his tyres a lot further, and if he can get round in time, if this virtual safety car stays out for a bit longer, he might be able to take advantage of this and actually make a quick pit stop. And now DRS is now enabled. So look at that, it's a double DNF from Alfa Romeo and Sauber and Toro Rosso Honda. So there'll be some chats after this, I'm sure about that. Don't you worry about me. I'm more than positive now. There will be chats about a couple of incidents there. We've got SQ James all over the back of Umra 2, so obviously he hasn't lost any. I say that, never mind, he's going into the pits. He's decided, I've had enough of these medium tyres. I mean, if anything, they're causing me to crash. So he's going to go into the pits. What tyres do you reckon? I don't think he's bold if you're going on super softs. Yeah, softs. In the before, I think he's going to emerge. I don't know. I think he's going to comfortably emerge in P5. So that would be good news for him. As he emerges, into P5. So good news for him. Vanquishing a little bit off him, so he obviously needs to turn the ERS mode up to hot lap. Let's see how much ERS he's actually got enabled for him. There he goes, 50%. So he could probably get away with doing a lap on hot lap, trying to catch down SQ James' course. SQ James is a talented driver, so he's vanquished. So they still have a maybe have a bit of a battle at the end. But Schumacher's now starting to drop off the pace from Dragon Pro, so maybe that is the time to say, hey, I've done enough laps, let's get these tyres off and into the pits. Will he be doing that? No, he's carrying on. What a surprise there. Who would have predicted that one? He heard today. But I say that, he's only 2/10 of his best lap, so good stuff from him. Of course, the drivers so far that have made the most position changes. There you go. SQ James, 7th place change. IRL Schumacher with a 5th place change. A good work, of course. And then pitted, has he? Calpot, again, you know, he was the one got caught up in that turn 1 mayhem. He'll have something to say about the end of this race. Of course, he got a good qualifying position in P2. Now, for any of you scamps out there looking to sign these drivers, don't forget. Do not forget, we have another race. This time tomorrow, we'll have another race where drivers, different drivers. We might find a few same drivers, but I highly doubt that. Well, they'll be showing their true talent, trying to also get signed. So don't jump the mark too soon and then get them signed up. Of course, no, they need to bear that in mind because it's a tough role being a manager for a team. You know, you've got the Mercedes Junior program to deal with. So you got who's trying to Mercedes, right? So they have Mercedes, Force India, and Williams. So already that's 6 drivers, and then you plus that onto the GP2 and GP3, which is 18 drivers. So that that is a job and a half to look after. Then you have the Ferrari Junior. Look at that, that's a gaggle of cars. So that's at least 2 or 3 cars. There's a couple of lap cars in there, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, of course, moving on, you got Ferrari with Ferrari, Haas, and Sauber. So again, they've got 18 drivers to cover up. So again, being a manager it's really a tough job to do it because you've got so much to look out for. Of course, you've got to train the drivers, give them the best strategy, you know, all that kind of things, and to worry about, to be honest with you. And then we move on to Red Bull, which you have obviously Red Bull and Toro Rosso, which then give you 2, 4, 6. So there you go. My maths is on point, lads. You got Snow. 8. Is it 8? Oh. Why do I suck at maths? So yeah, you've got 8 drivers that you've got to look after in their category. Then we move on to Renault, which it basically just has 6 drivers. So it can't be anything, can it? 4, 6, 4, 8. There's 12. Sorry. Why is my maths so bad today? I'm sorry for any of you maths people out there. You know, I am sorry. Right, it's catastrophic failure, to be honest with you. Now this is what I meant earlier on. I said we might go into that phase of a bit of a boring race towards the end, and that is exactly what's happened here. So nothing at the moment that's going on so far. Just all the drivers really, I was about to say, getting in the rhythm, and there you go. Vanquish, completely jinxing it. Sat there with another penalty. Of course, we can't forget the likes of Turn 1 Mayhem on a lap per 1. Of course, give it, if you want to watch this race after, obviously it's finished, done, you can either wait a couple of hours and it'll be up on YouTube on Fury Online League Racing YouTube channel, or instantly you can just go back and watch it on my Twitch. And tomorrow, both on Twitch and YouTube, there'll be the race highlights, which will be there for you. If you've got it, just in case, basically you don't want to watch the entire, however long we've been streaming for. No idea how long we've been streaming for, but yeah, in case you want to watch that, you can. So, and again, don't even forget, right, if you're thinking, you know, this is the only race I'm going to watch today, no, right, tomorrow, okay, make sure you're here tomorrow, okay, because I kid you not, you'll be seeing this sort of action at Britain, right, and you don't want to miss it, okay, it's just face reality. I mean, who wants to miss racing, okay, I mean, let's just face reality, to be honest with you. Yeah, there you go, Dragon Pro, your race leader, he's led pretty much the entire race. Of course, when he's made his pit stop, he's actually not been out of the lead. You know, he's had a good race, got punk, and he's still ranked in the lead of the race, so good work from him. Ryan Schumacher, I think, right, I don't know how he's done this, I think he's coming to the end of the race on those, well, medium tyres, I'm going to predict. So yeah, mad scenes from him. Own Warrior 2. He's had a good race, you know, started P5, he's got himself up to P3. I think he'll be happy with that race so far. Of course, not over yet. Don't want to get too comfortable, otherwise you'll most likely crash. Then you got in P4, you got Calpot. Now, he would not be very happy. Of course, he did race out last time out in Season 4 in the GP1 category. So, yeah, but of course, he does have that tendency to, let's see, how can I put this? Get in a bit of a trouble, really. If that's even a word. Probably not. Don't even. Okay, I am already deeply embarrassed for just publicly announcing that new word to the Urban Dictionary. Of course, you got SQ James out for an amazing race from my stand. Of course, he has a bit of a controversy down the home straight between him and Wastel, so there'll be some talking to do after the race. Now, I'll let you know for tomorrow what gets decided due to this incident. Of course, there'll be another race tomorrow, so make sure you go and watch that. And you got Vanquish, Saturn P6. He's done well, gained 3 positions and get a bit of grass up down the straight. So yeah, he is the one where, you know, if you give him a task, right, he'll do that task, right. He's not going to just sit around and just not do it. You know, if you give him a job, he'll do the job. Quite simple. AJ Panda, again, bad qualifying, but he just couldn't get to grips with the car, and he's got himself up to P7. Again, he might have had I think he got involved in that lap 1 mayhem somewhere along the line, so he's on a good recovery home, and it cuts the corner there. Cheeky. J Field and these two, I don't know if they're actually in the thing, but they have left the session. Of course, you got Wastel, like Mornett, UK Futures, and Bianchi, your DNF so far. I say so far because it's not over yet. We still have this lap, another lap, and then the final lap. Now, Dragon Pro, he might be getting excited, but he has to face reality here, is that if he gets too excited, I'll just start proving they have a massive lockup on the inside going to turn 5. Yeah, he might not even get picked for a team for the actual season, which will be a shame really, because just watching this race, he's done nothing wrong. He got pole, and he's what I told her jinx it for him. Gonna whip the commentator curse out on you lot, but he has the potential to win the race here. IRL Schumacher, okay, if he can pull this one out of the bag, I will be very, very impressed with him. And honestly, if he does somehow do this, you can just see how much he's struggling on those worn tyres. I mean, how many laps has he done? He's done over half the race distance on a set of mediums. That is incredible work from him. But if he can pull this one out of the bag, I mean, if he can do it, I mean, anyone else can do it. And Warrior 2, again, watch out for him, right? As I say that is why I say watch out for him, and as he runs a bit wide there. Of course, Dragon Pro, now on the penultimate lap. He is ready. He wants that victory, you know, I can smell it from all the way over here, and I won't say my location, I almost did then. You're not going to be doing that on stream. Yeah, you can smell the victory. You can feel it in the air, you can feel it in the Spanish air, the Francais, no, that's French, sorry. I don't do language, right? I've dropped language, right? No one wants language. So yeah, it'll be you can feel it in the air. There you go, I'll just say that. You can see him there. He's getting excited. He's starting to get a bit of a lack of focus because Schumacher has gained the gap a bit. By 4 seconds. This is where, if the scouts haven't picked up, this is where, personally, Dragon knows out. There you go. That is what I mean. I mean, he loses focus. He's getting too hyper. Now he can race, and he just drops that focus level. And because he's now down to 5-second gap. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the difference between your standard driver and your legend driver. This is where it really just shows the driver's ability to really perform in these conditions here. As he now starts the final lap, if they could just pull this one together. Same with Schumacher on those absolutely 19 laps of tyres. And Panda gets himself a penalty in the final lap. That is not what we're going to be doing. But yeah, if they can get the job done here, it'll be great work from him. And a well-deserved champagne bottle from both of them. Of course, anybody who's watching the stream now, thank you. If you're on the YouTube side or the Twitch side, thank you for tuning in. It's been wonderful having you guys in the chat. Thank you to anybody who's commentated. You know, we do appreciate it, even though we don't respond. Because, we're cool kids. But, yeah, we do appreciate it. But Dragon Pro, starting the final lap here. And, no, the final sector. That was what I meant to say. as he goes through turn 12, the last time here, forever. And now into turn 13. Going to be a little bit wide. He's going to take it nice and easy through these final two corners. Just do not kill it now. Through the final corner. He's going to come round to win the first official FORL race here. And he comes across the line in style. RL Schumacher going to come home for P2. Well deserved P2. And Warrior 2 is going to come home for P3. So great work from those three. Those are your podium finishers here for today's race. Calpot, he'll be now coming across the line to take P4. If anything, watch out for him, guys. Watch out for him, because he has done exceptionally well for a recovery drive. He was down to P7 by the end of the first lap. He's done brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly. SQ James going to come in for P5, and there he is, Vanquish, crashed in quali, and has gained a few positions to come home in P6. Well done to all the drivers. Well done. Well done. Well done. Of course, now they've got a lot of you in the chat saying congratulations, how a chance Dragon win. Yep, that is literally my reaction too. But we'll now give you the podium ceremony in peace. Right, don't go anywhere, because we now have the interviews, where I'll be getting them in one by one, or getting the people I feel deserve an interview. Let's put it that way. So first then, we'll get the race winner, Dragon Pro. I've got a chip stuck down my throat. Oh, that's not good. Ah. I'm making some weird noise now. Anyway, if you want to just include your audio, Dragon.
Yep.
Right, well done for winning the first FORL race here on the new game. You got pole.
Thank you.
And it was a pretty solid drive, to be honest with you. Nothing wrong with it. How did it feel from your side of things?
Well, first of all, I'm going to talk about qualifying. I was very worried, first of all, for qualifying, as I got second on the soft tyres on my second run, so I felt really confident for taking pole position. Now we come to end. I went on my final run on the super softs, and I literally locked up, basically went off the track, and somehow I took pole. I was very surprised. I got my pole up, got it by, I believe it was about less than a tenth of a second over Calpot.
Oh, yeah,
by the way, if he is watching, congratulations to Calpot. Then the start of the race is pretty good. I avoided all the incidents. Did the two-stop strategy. It did work. Had a bit of a battle with Schumacher. By the way, props to him. He had a very good battle with me. He was leaving space and all sorts. And then, by the time I pulled a gap by over about a second, then I completely controlled the race. Congratulations to Schumacher. He pulled off a very good one-stop strategy to get second.
Definitely. So well done to you, sir. I will now grab the second interview, and we're going to grab in IRL Schumacher. So grab him in. Get a quick word.
I don't know if he has a mic or not.
Yeah, if you can include your audio, Schumacher, that would be lovely. Yeah, I don't know if he's got a mic. Who knows?
Hang on. Who else is in the party now?
I've just kicked him.
Hello, Schumacher.
Alright, it might not have an interview, but if you can hear us, why don't you put off an absolute weldy of a strategy? Oh. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha, right. If you can include your audio. Ah, right. If you include your audio, real quick. Okay, right. It might already be included then. The setting I've got. Right, anyway. So, you, well, there's no other way.
It is. I know it is not. I don't know.
Okay, alright. There is no other way of describing it. You pulled off the worldiest strategy I've ever seen. How did you manage 19 laps on those tyres?
On the flipping softs, Jesus.
Let's hear it from your side.
Well, too hard. First 5-6 laps, I'm gonna take all the high power and all that. They were on.
Good battle, by the way.
But yeah,
Mazza.
it was a good battle. Fair play to Dragoon. I didn't really have a whole load of grip to keep fighting with you.
Hang on, give me a second, guys.
But no, happy those in second. Good race.
Indeed.
Very.
Well,
Yeah.
beautiful strategy. We'll now get wasting him, and then we'll grab on Warrior 2 in. First of all,
Yeah,
let's get to the man who had an unfortunate incident during the race. Right, you can include your there. That'll be beautiful.
Should I try and get P3 in as well? So. Well, it was P3. It was N-word to N-words.
Might already be included then. Anyway, so alright. You had a decent quality. It was all going well. And then you came to the moment that, well, say it in your words. Let's hear it in your side of things.
I mean, I can't really say much because I don't really know what happened.
Ah.
I mean,
well then.
I remember coming out the final corner, side by side with the Force India. Force India got just ahead on the main straight, and then I went on the right. I don't know if the Force India had to move for laps or not, but one moment I'm going forwards, the next I'm sideways.
Yeah, waste. By the way, it was a pretty good battle between me and you on the first first round of pit stops when I had like completely no life on my tyres, I had no grip. You caught up to me. It was a pretty good battle after I met, mate. GG.
Mate, you pulled a hell of an outlap.
Yeah, I was pushing because when I saw you before when you were on the mediums, I thought you were completely going to dominate because you were going to be fast in the end, and then when I think it was on your in lap and the gap was like 10.2 seconds, I'm like, oh my god, Jesus, how have I caught up?
And Warrior 2, if your audio is included, that'll be beautiful.
Yep.
Right, well, so you, there's no other way that you had an average qualifying, and you basically just drove to your best of your ability, and you got P3. How do you feel?
Well, to be honest,
yeah, well, it's on the stream, so we can have that. Debates on that.
I'm gonna tell you also Calpot. I'm gonna talk to you about. Should I invite Calpot because he was pretty close on getting in that fight as well. I'll invite Calpot. But if he doesn't join, I'm just gonna say Cal. He had a very good, good weekend.
Thank you everyone
I'll just
for watching the race here.
Hang on, I've just invited Calpot for the interview. See if he can try and get Calpot in for an interview, maybe.
Right, if your audio is included, Calpot. Hello. There you are. Is your audio included? Oh yeah, just include it. Yeah, interview. Forgot to add you. Right, well, obviously, you qualified in P2, and then you got, unfortunately you got caused up in the turn 1 AM, and then you did an excellent recovery drive to get P4, P4, how was it for you?
Yeah, it was good, it was so close in qualifying though. Dragon Pro's got, like,
I remember Dragon Pro, he weren't the quickest, but he's changed so much, he's so quick right now. Yeah, but it was like 20 something, I don't know. But yeah, turn one was quite annoying because there were so many people and I just couldn't place my car right, but it was probably my fault. Yeah, but it was fun.
Well, thank you everyone. tuning in for the Free Agents Race 1. Of course, we'll have another one tomorrow. So if you are around, make sure you check that out. And I'll see you guys all later.